No way. Wow, that is crazy. What the hell? Oh no. Oh man, that's not good. Fuck. Guys, welcome back. It is time for our CGS HYDRA SS review. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're returning, thank you for watching. And it is time for another silencer review. So let's get into it. Hey guys, real quick. I want to make it incredibly transparent for everybody. Everything in this video is for you. It's my experience. I'm not holding anything back. I'm not embellishing anything. I want to share everything as clearly as possible to you for you to help make a better decision in the end, whether it's to go with a product or to not go with a product, or just so you know going into something what you could expect. Maybe not what you should or will, but what you could expect. So that being said, we don't hold any loyalty to any brand. We don't favor any brand. We bring everything to you on this channel as is. We are not sponsored. We make no money from this. Literally, we make no money from this. And this video is probably actually going to be demonetized as it is. So I want you guys to know that everything that you get from us, no matter what it is, will 100% be non-biased, fed to you so you can make a better evaluation on your purchases or opinions going forward. Thank you. This is a CGS HYDRA SS. It is called the HYDRA SS because it is stainless steel. They offer two models, the stainless steel version and the aluminum version. The difference is the baffles. The tube might be different as well. I think the aluminum one is also titanium. I will put these specs up here on the right-hand side, left-hand side for me, right-hand side for you. But this is 6.5 ounces, 5.65 inches long, and 1 inch in diameter. Now, the baffles inside are made of heat-treated stainless steel. The back threaded portion, I believe, is also made of stainless steel. And the front, I believe, is made of aluminum. From what I can tell, a little bit of marks from the tool, I believe that is aluminum. And then the tube itself is a very, very pretty titanium. They do whatever process this is, they change the color on it. Very, very nice build construction on this guy. So we've previously done a review on the Mask HD. We'll do a little side-by-side in this video comparing this to the Mask HD since they are the same price. $420 for this guy and $420 for the Dead Air Mask HD. So let's talk a little bit about what you get for $420. You obviously get, it comes in a box, all the CGS branding on it. Pop it open, it comes with a sticker. On the sticker, it has a QR code for an instruction manual, that type of thing. Like I said, stainless steel baffles, titanium tube, aluminum end cap, stainless steel thread portion on it. And then the other things that come in the box are this front cap tool. It's a little piece of what looks to be machined aluminum with pins pressed in it. And that indexes right into the holes in the front of this end cap, so you can twist that out. What I wish it would have come with, being as it has this really nice finish on it, mine has already got some scratches in it, unfortunately. I wish it would have come with some sort of sock, some sort of protection for when this is in the safe, you know, when it's gonna get moved around, maybe beat up, that it has some sort of protection on it. For now, I've just been using the sock that came with my dead air mask. My dead air mask is got like a nitride or anodized finish on it. It doesn't scratch as easy as this, so I don't really need it for that. But for this, it would be really nice if they included some sort of sock to protect the coating on this while you're not using it, since it is so nice looking. But that being said, let's go ahead and we'll take it apart, and I'll explain what's going on the inside of this, because it is a little bit different than most other 22 cans on the market. And that is part of the reason why it sounds so good. All right, so first of all, we'll pull the front cap off. Like I said, it is aluminum. We'll go over some of the issues I had with the first version of the front cap a little bit later on. And then our baffle stack. Looks like all of them came out. And our end cap, where our threads are. Oh, we still got one baffle in there. That's all right. That baffle is basically just a sleeve, and it is in the back of the threaded portion here. It is smooth, there's nothing going on there. The inside of this threaded portion is just smooth, so not a whole lot to see there. But there is that. Here is our tube. It is titanium, super lightweight. Like I said, the whole can weighs 6.5 ounces, so most of that is the stainless steel baffles inside. Now this is the magic. All of these baffles are the same. Pull some of these apart. This has been shot, so there is a little bit of lead inside. These are Orion baffles. And what makes these so special and so much different than the K baffles is the shape and basically the extra volume inside of these. There's the back side there. It's just enough space for the front of the next baffle to fit inside of that. It's got kind of a two-stage cup design. It's got this first slope, then an edge, and then it goes down inside of the shoulder here, and has that whole surface area inside of there. So it's kind of a neat design, and it helps aid with you know, getting that sound signature down as well as it does. They all fit together. They have 4 tabs around the outside. Unfortunately, there is no there is nothing to keep you from indexing it in properly. I don't think it's going to affect the can in any way if you stack these in different directions. Maybe a POI shift, but basically just align the cutouts in the baffle in the same direction as you put them back together. And these are all the same. So front to back, put them together, and then put this end towards your back cap, like that, and slide your tube back on. The serial portion goes towards your muzzle, which is great because if you have any problems, it's going to be from here forward. Now this is, because it is stainless steel baffles, this is rated for full auto 22 and 5.7, 17 HMR, 22 Magnum, that type of thing. All in this can, which is fantastic, which is another reason why I like stainless steel cans so much, is a lot of them are full auto rated and you can use them on a variety of different hosts. And I have a lot of different hosts, so that's something that's very important to me and maybe important to you as well. That all being said, let's dive into the problems that I've had with this can and some of the problems that I've had with, unfortunately, the customer service with CGS. Now I've had this for a little bit of time now, and right out of the box we had some issues. We had baffles moving around. It didn't matter how tight I got this end cap with the provided tool in the suppressor. Baffles were moving around doing things that were not great. And the reason for that is the design on the front cap. Now this is a different front cap than I was originally provided with in my suppressor. This front cap has an edge on it, a lip on it after the threads. This indexes into this last baffle. And like I said earlier, all of these baffles are the same. So this indexes and pushes against the back of this baffle here, tightening it into the can. The problem is the edge on this baffle is very thin, combined with the edge on the original front cap that I was sent being very thin. When these two would mesh together, when you would tighten it into the end of the can, the edge on this would overlap the edge on the baffle. And then it would dig into these little grooves they have cut to line everything up. So as you're tightening this cap down and it's supposed to be spinning on this baffle, it would actually start digging into those lugs and then twisting the baffles as you're going, causing them to pop out of the grooves from one another. Then you shoot, everything is loose, and they slide around inside of the can, which is not great. Could allow for baffle strikes, could allow for excess carbon buildup in the tube, making the baffles really hard to get out. So, knowing that I could no longer tighten the front cap to get the baffles tight anymore, I couldn't actually loosen it up because, like I said, the front cap has embedded itself into the baffle and is now stuck. I had no other option but to reach out to CGS the first day of owning this suppressor. And this was my experience. So I'm going to summarize some of this. There's 12 emails back and forth in total. I reached out to them through their customer service tab on their website, and I said, hey, just received my can today. Went out to go shoot it for the first time, and I noticed after the first 10 to 15 rounds that my baffles were rattling. It was not good, and I could obviously tell it was not good. I didn't want to shoot it any further and risk catastrophic damage. So basically, I explained everything as best as I possibly could, submitted the ticket, and waited for a response. Now, I will give it to CGS's credit. They were super fast on a response. Now, it was like a Saturday or a Sunday, I can't remember, but I got to give it to them. They got back to me within 4 minutes, which is really impressive. But that is where my good impressions basically fall flat, unfortunately. And I'm not saying they're a bad company by any means. And as far as I know, they make fantastic products. However, my experience was not great. So that's what we're going to dive into. I go back and forth over the next week and a half. They reply, hey, send us your a copy of your Form 4, put it in the box with the can, ship it to this address. They paid for the shipping, which was fantastic. I sent it off. Now, my follow-up email to that after I sent it off was, I said, hey, this is my shipping number. I received 0 email in return. I was like, whatever, they're probably busy. Not that big of a deal. At least they have the information that they can go off of. I wait a couple days, no response. So I give it another day. And still no response. So I send another email out. I go, hey, have you received my item? So on and so forth. Because I'm curious. These are NFA items. It says last thing you want to get lost in the mail, have somebody pick up, whatever, so on and so forth. I have such a hard time trusting a lot of our postal carriers with things that have happened in the past. So I reach out to them once again, and I just say this. I'm going to be completely honest with you. This customer service experience has been really not great. I will give you credit for fast response time. However, the lack of communication and sincerity overall makes me second guess going with CGS. So what I mean by lack of communication and sincerity is I sent out the email regarding where my package is going to be in transit, that type of thing. And sincerity back wasn't, hey, we're really sorry about this happening to your product. We're really sorry about this and that. There was no trying to make me feel better about purchasing a $420 suppressor plus tax stamp and waiting all the time. And then the first day that I have it, having to send it back to the company that produced the product, right? Isn't the end of the world. However, it would be appreciated. So then I go on to say, along with knowing the product issues, knowing my suppressor said delivered Wednesday morning at 8 a.m., and not receiving a confirmation response left me wondering if my package was actually delivered or stolen and claimed as delivered. Being as it is an NFA item, enclosed in the box is my Form 4, I was very anxious to make sure that it arrived. I've never done this before. I've never had to send back a suppressor before. Never had to deal with this before. I've lost $100 items, $300 items in the mail, and that sucks. However, Amazon's nice enough to just buy me new shit and send it out to me. It's not a Form 4 item with all of my personal information on it. So I was a little anxious. I'm sure you understand my apprehension with buying future products. This is where basically everything went downhill. I'm not going to put any specific person on blast, but I will say that the person that responded to my email was very high up in the CGS chain of command. You can go through if you would like to read it. You're more than welcome to pause the video and read it. It basically comes down to, I expressed my concerns, and in the end what I got was somewhat of a snarky, I'm smarter than you type of attitude in response. You know, instead of being humble and going, we apologize, but we'll get this back to you as soon as possible, something short, sweet, to the point, you know, or just going, we have your product, we'll get it back to you as soon as possible, thank you for choosing CGS, something like that. Whatever, right? I can deal with that. But to go through and take every single interaction we have had, the time stamp and date, and tell me how I am wrong for feeling the way that I feel, I felt was very unnecessary overall. Goes on and on and on and on. Like I said, you can read through this. The point is, by the time I actually got through all of this, and I came back, and I will put that response here, I apologized. Maybe I was a little too forthcoming and aggressive. By the time I actually got my product back in hand, a couple weeks later, they had a very fast turnaround rate, and I will give them that. They were very, very fast. So obviously they knew about the issue and they were willing to correct it, and the issue has been resolved. I no longer wanted to do business with CGS. And that is solely because of the way that this person interacted through email. It felt unnecessary and unprofessional, to be honest. And I'm not sure if I will ever buy a CGS product in the future. I really wanted a Mod 9 SK or even a Mod 9. Probably not. So now knowing this, you can make your own assessment. This is a great can, and we'll get into it. We're gonna start shooting it here in just a second so you guys can hear it. It is probably one of the quietest 22 cans I've ever heard. So let's shoot it on a few different hosts and let you guys get a feel of what this product is like. We brought along a few different hosts. We brought along a 22 pistol, 22 bolt gun, and a 17 HMR. I do not have a 5.7. Otherwise I would have brought that so we could shoot that too, because the can is rated for that. I also brought along my G44 with my dead air mask, so we can kind of compare the two since they are completely different baffle types. So let's get into it. We'll shoot these unsuppressed first, let you hear the difference between unsuppressed and suppressed, and then we'll compare them at the end. So first off, we'll shoot the pistol, then the rifle, then the 17. Okay, 5 rounds with the rifle. And 5 rounds with the 17 HMR. That's got some bark to it. All right, CGS on the pistol. And by the way, this is about a 2-inch barrel. Unbelievably quiet. All of those rounds coming out of this are subsonic because the barrel is so short. So you can run standard ammunition through this and they will be subsonic. I forgot to take my ears out when I shot the pistol, but that thing is ultra quiet. These are supposed to be subsonics out of a 16-inch barrel. Oh yeah, those are subsonic. That's a tree that bullet's hitting downrange. Shoot it off maybe in the dirt somewhere. Let's see. At a tree again. And then here's the dry fire for comparison. All right, so 17 HMR, these are Hornady's standard supersonic rounds. So you can hear that bullet break the sound barrier, but there is no noise to me. Like, there's no discomfort, there's no sharp cracks. The noise actually sounds downrange because of that bullet breaking the sound barrier. And then you can hear that bullet just smack the target. Very cool. Do one in the dirt. One in the tree. And dry fire. So it's a little bit louder than those subsonic rounds. By nature, just because they are breaking the sound barrier, but all in all, super quiet. You know, even being a 17 caliber bullet, not a 22 caliber bullet, it is ultra quiet. I mean, hearing safe for you, the kids, you got little ones, and you want to take them out shooting. Great freaking can for that. Great freaking can. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on the pistol, and we are going to shoot it side by side with the dead air mask. Since these are the same exact price on Silencer Shop most of the time, we're gonna do a head-to-head between the two of them. So there you have it. So where's that leave us? Final thoughts on this. This is a fantastic 22 suppressor. Full auto rated, 5.7. I mean, this thing is just a powerhouse when it comes to 22 suppressors. If you're looking to purchase a 22 can, I would definitely give this a look. Compared to the Dead Air Mask, I think this is a great contender. They sound just a little bit different tones, but they both do an excellent job at suppressing the report of a 22, a 17. I'm sure they would do a great job on 5.7 as well. So if you're looking for something that's maybe a little bit flashier, you want something for your girlfriend, your wife, the girlfriend your wife doesn't know about, this would be a great option. If you like this type of stuff and you want to see more of it, hit that like, hit that subscribe, get down there in the comments, tell us, please, tell us what you want to see coming up next. And it might just make it into a video. We got a lot of stuff coming up. I know it's been a little bit of a distance between the last video and this video before. We're trying to do our best to get content out there for you. This stuff is fun to do, but not cheap. So if you feel like donating, we do have a Venmo, we do have a PayPal set up. It's not required, but we do appreciate it. Every single dollar goes back into this. One last thing, user experience may vary. You may get a can that does not have the same issues as mine. You may never have to go through the customer service, and you may never have a problem with CGS or Dead Air or any of these other companies, but it is still something to consider. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for returning, and I hope to see you next time. I'm your ambassador to freedom. Catch you on the next one.